Class 5 is race number 4, and it's a pretty open Class 5 as well. We run the 1200 metre trip, and the top 3, Happy Time, Noble Boys and Shenron, are all on the class drop. Beauty Cheers had some blood in the track here last start when beaten favourite. He's been back to the trials since. Boys Party's on a 7-day backup and a surface switch. Dragon Kingdom's on the class drop. The blinkers come off. First start since October for him. Our Golden Rules has had a stable change. He's now joined Michael Cheng from the Douglas White Barn, and the blinkers and the crossover noseband are off the 10 also, Tom.
And the speed here for the 1200 metre race, like to be on the good to slow side. Dragon Kingdom's been trialling up really well, but overall has been a disappointing horse. Alloy King likes to roll forward. He's drawn barrier 3. Outside of that, you've got Boys Party. He had a wide run the other day, Paul, and it was one pace in the straight. Yeah, look, the other one, Our Golden Rules, he led in a recent trial as well. So he might, I think he'll go forward. He's now with Michael Chang, this horse. Beauty Cheers, I thought, could get a nice run, as will Noble Boys.
And that's where we start, Paul. Noble Boys back from the 1400 to the 1200, down in grade as well. Zach Purton, Douglas White from a good draw.
Yeah, there's a lot of positives there, what you've just said. Look, from the draw, it's a really open race, this one. But he's the one I've sided with. I just think coming back into this grade, or coming into this grade for the first time, is the key.
Yeah, he was about midfield last start and he was caught wide, but once you see him get past sort of the last 150, he is making good ground here behind Millennium Falcon, and a race that was a lot stronger than what he meets here. So, look, he goes in from a good draw, and I think he'll be somewhere in the top 2 or 3.
Good report around Noble Boys. Second replay, Tom, and we've got in this one, Towards Success, who's improving. Vector runs 12th. He's been back to the trials and trialled quite well since, but how many times have we seen him do that?
Oh, he's done it every time, but he has been missing the start a bit recently. He was slow out this start, and then he was slow out again in his barrier trial, but then got up on the speed and won easy enough. But I've given him a few chances. He's gone. Vector, outside of him, well, Towards Success actually ran okay, Paul. Last couple of outings certainly have been better.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad run from him. They did finish in a bit of a blanket as well here. So, look, I haven't taken any of these out.
All right, we'll scrub those one. Vector's come up 2.5 in early betting.
No.
Yeah, 2.5 and won a place. And back to Happy Valley now. Paul, this is Alloy King. This is back on the 8th of December, but he is racing well and does have that all-important gate speed. Yeah,
and he has performed well at Sha Tin in the past. Barrier number 3, should be right on the pace, so he definitely goes in for me, Alloy King.
Yeah, he's certainly in as well. He's dropped 20 pounds coming into this. He just ran about a little bit the last 75 that you can see once Touch Faith was able to charge up the inside, just lay out a bit there under pressure.
Dragon Kingdom, Tom, you touched on him being trialling well. He's had the 6 of them. This is the trial on the 25th of February.
Yeah, 6 recent trials and he's won 4 of them, but he's been poor overall. No placings from 7 starts, but maybe take him here on trust, Paul, do you think?
I put him in on a very minor line because his work is, maybe he's in morning glory, I don't know. Blinkers will come off him, but look, he works well. I don't think it's a strong race. It's just whether you think he can now do it on race day when he hasn't in the past. I wasn't so sure, but I did leave him on a very minor line.
And Derek long rides for me, Choi. Who are the others in your top 4, Paul?
So I'm going to go with Noble Boys. I just think he did catch the eye, and coming into Class 5, looks like the right grade for him. Alloy King has been going well. Beauty Cheers has drawn barrier 1. He should get this opportunity as well. And Dragon Kingdom, 2758.
2, 5, 8 and 7 I've gone with here. Noble Boys on the top off the back of a good run last start, dropping in grade. Beauty Cheers was beaten favourite last start, pulled up with substantial blood in the track here, has been back to the trials, quiet trial for him. Dragon Kingdom and Alloy King makes it in 2, 5, 8 and 7. Jenny will certainly tell you that Vector is the best type in the paddock, but I couldn't take him at that price.
Yeah, no, he remains. He's gone out slightly since we started the preview. He's out to 2.6, and just for good measure, race number 4 is the first leg of the Triple Trio.